If you're enjoying this podcast, explore The Calm Operator, a practical survival guide by Steve Barker, published by Book Central. Built for pressure, it helps you stay composed, think clearly, and act effectively in outdoor, urban, and emergency situations. Find the book on Amazon or through the Book Central website. When people think about survival, they often jump straight to dramatic rescues, knife skills, or extreme situations. But the reality is much more practical. If you can build a safe, efficient camp, you give yourself a real advantage. That is where survival campcraft comes in. It is the everyday discipline of setting up, organizing, and maintaining a camp so you can conserve energy, reduce risk, and stay functional when conditions are working against you. The first principle of survival campcraft is location. A good camp starts with a smart choice of ground. You want to think about drainage, wind exposure, overhead hazards, and access to water without settling too close to danger. A low spot may feel sheltered, but it can also collect cold air and water. A ridge might give you a view, but it can leave you exposed to weather. The best camp is often the one that balances concealment, comfort, and safety. Choosing well saves time, reduces stress, and makes every other task easier. Once the site is selected, the next priority is shelter. In survival, shelter is not just about comfort, it is about preserving body heat, staying dry, and protecting yourself from wind, rain, insects, and ground chill. Simple shelters can be built with tarps, natural materials, or a combination of both. What matters most is function. A shelter should match the environment and the resources available. In cold weather, insulation and wind protection matter most. In wet conditions, runoff and waterproofing take priority. Good survival campcraft is knowing how to adapt the shelter to the problem in front of you. Camp organization is another skill that separates a struggle from a system. A well-run camp has clear zones for sleeping, cooking, water, tools, and waste. That reduces confusion, saves energy, and improves hygiene. It also helps you move with purpose instead of wasting time searching for gear. Store essential items where you can reach them quickly. Keep sharp tools secure. Keep fire materials dry. Keep water containers clean. These sound like small details, but in a survival setting, small details prevent big problems. Fire and water management are central to effective survival campcraft. A fire can provide warmth, light, morale, cooking capability, and a way to dry gear. But it must be used carefully and responsibly. Build only what you need, protect it from wind, and maintain it with intention. Water deserves equal attention. You need a plan for finding, collecting, filtering, or treating it, and your camp should support that process rather than complicate it. If you are efficient with fire and water, you are already ahead of the game. At its core, survival campcraft is about making your environment work for you. It is not flashy, it is not reckless. It is methodical, calm, and practical. The better your campcraft, the more energy you preserve for the unexpected, and in survival, preserved energy means better judgment, better movement, and a better chance of staying alive. So whether you're preparing for a night outdoors, a longer wilderness stay, or a more serious emergency, remember this: strong survival campcraft is not just about building camp. It is about building confidence, stability, and control when everything else feels uncertain.